A motion on our approval of the agenda.
So moved. Support.
Motion and support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Agenda is approved. I'll open up the public hearing at this point. All citizens in favor of speaking come forward. Seeing no one, I close the public hearing at this point. We'll move on to new business. I would take a motion for approval of the item under our new business. Council holding a resolution letting the maximum property tax dollars for the affected levy for fiscal year 2023-2024.
So moved.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion?
Just for purposes of the public, if they're watching, this is the resolution setting the max levy. This is not the actual levy that the council will be voting on later in the budget process. And again, these numbers, as you may recall, are significantly higher than you'll see in 22-23, and that's because the entire hospital valuation is on here rather than the prior valuation. And then Angie worked with Cheryl and carved those dollars out in the proposed budget that we reviewed so that it didn't look like we had significantly higher revenue than we actually did. And this is published. The budget will be published as well. I don't typically do this. Angie included an explanation to try to, there's a very small space to try and indicate what's going on here. Basically says the increase is due to the addition in property valuation at Southeast Iowa Regional Hospital. This valuation is being contested by the property owner due to the additional amount of property valuation that is being contested. The calculation of the above amounts are incorrect, and the estimated property tax revenue is regular general fund 1.41 616, liability and self-insurance $217,295, FICA and IPERS $75, other employee benefits $40,000. Now that will be adjusted, as you know, based on the revised calculations, based on the current legislation that and Angie is working on that. We have a draft, but we have a couple things to clarify with Cheryl, and we'll get you those revised spreadsheets like this. And the changes as soon as we make have a couple clarifications. Angie's been working on that all day. And our numbers are less than we projected, as we thought they would be. We used 2%, there's 1.8%. And Angie, you had the numbers?
Yeah.
Tentative numbers, I guess?
Tentative numbers. So we had the change in the rollback, and then we also, due to the change in the rollback, they changed the business property tax credit, and that actually went in our favor. So between the business property tax credit and the rollback, there's only a net difference of $23,150 across the board.
Better than, was it 30,000, I think we said earlier. We used 2.2% to be on the safe side, so that's better than projected. Any questions on that? And then I just had one other comment.
So should we just wait since they extended the time to go ahead?
So this is, tonight, we're just setting the max levy.
Right.
This is not the levy that you'll be necessarily this is voting on. So this is one extra step in the process that the legislature added a few years back. And you have a calendar in front of you with 3 different options, and you'll see later on the council will actually be acting at a public hearing on the actual budget as proposed. This simply gives you the flexibility to increase the levy should you need it. Obviously, it doesn't look like, based on our discussions, you'll need to do that. And it's simply part of the process. So, like, get this piece out of the way. It really doesn't factor into our equations. And then we'll provide you the additional or supplemental information, and the public hearing will be held at a later date. We're thinking option number 1 or option number 2 would work best. Option number 2 is actually on a council night, so you wouldn't have to have a special meeting. So that's where we're leaning towards. But we wanted to get this out to you because I know some people had planned some schedules. And if anybody has some conflicts, just let me know. And we'll try to work around that. So tonight's is, in my mind, simply perfunctory. It's extra step that's required, and it's not the actual budget that we're discussing tonight.
Do you have one additional item that you wanted to?
Just that.
Just that, okay.
Calendar piece.
Seeing no other further discussion, I'll call for a roll call vote on this, please.
I don't have a, well, I guess we're doing it. Never mind. Sorry. Crowner,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lees. Aye. Young. Aye. Newberry. Aye.
Motion carries. At this point, we have no citizen inquiries at the end of this, so I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Support.
Motion and support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. We are adjourned.